Hello. We're on day 7 of hysterectomy recovery. So well done. You're still wearing your surgical stockings, still spending a lot of time probably resting, sleeping. So we'll go through this little program for the 7th day. So you're going to start, you can take, if you don't have one of these bolsters, remember you can just have a pillow, 2 pillows under your back and 1 under your head. And we're just going to lie comfortably, let the arms release. The nice thing about having the support under the back is that your shoulders can really release down. So let that happen. Let the back of the body spread. You can close your eyes. Gradually bring your awareness to your breath. Notice your in-breaths, notice your out-breaths. And again, we're going to go with that feeling that the breath is kind of broadening in the space of the chest, the inhalation. And you can make the exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. So you can, for example, breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. Just repeat that a few times. Breathe in for 4, with that broadening feeling, and breathe out for 6, allowing your exhalation to flow down towards your abdomen. Okay, and then bend your knees. Carefully come up. Okay, so we're going to kneel. We're going to be on all 4s. If this feels uncomfortable for your knees, you can just put the blanket down. Okay, so we're going to make all 4s like this. We're going to make a circle with the hips, going back, all the way around. Do that 6 times in a clockwise direction. Trying to keep your back as straight as possible, and you're kind of then really opening out the lower back as you go back. And when you've done 6 in that direction, you change directions. Okay. The circles can be quite small. You've got your hands under your shoulders. You're really loosening out the side of the buttock, gluteal there, lower back. We're also now going to, so when you've done 6 like that, you come back to this neutral position. You're going to bring your knees closer together. So knees and feet together. Then you're going to take this right leg up and make a circle this way. 6. So the knees going out to the side. It might not go that far. And then change direction. So you're starting to open out that hip. And then come back to the middle. Other leg. Might be some clicks or clunks. If any of this pulls on your stitches, of course, or makes you feel uncomfortable in the abdomen, then you just stop it. The first thing to do is just make the circles a bit smaller. Okay. we've got this chair. Okay, so if you can have your chair, you're going to take your blanket as well. And you're going to put your blanket on the chair. Now you can do this just with your hands together like this. Okay, you can have your hands together. I'm going to take one of these bricks. So if you want to hold something between your hands, you can do that. It could be a book or something that has firm edges. And you're going to place your elbows right on the edge of the chair seat, the points of the elbows right at the edge, and not to drop the back down like this. So you're bringing the abdomen and the chest parallel to the floor, and you can let gravity move your upper back in, head in line with the arms. Really squeeze your hands together or to the brick that you're holding, and then take the hands towards the middle of the upper back and come up. So we'll repeat that a few times. 6, that's 2, and come up. Remember to not to drop your abdomen. Lower back stays long. Good. 5. You've got to try and keep that pressure between the hands. So you really get into the shoulders there, armpits opening. 6. Okay, and then you can just carefully stand up. So you can do this, well, you can do this sitting on your chair or standing up. We're going to just roll the shoulders back a few times, have the feet apart. 6 times. Okay, and now we're going to turn the head. So we go chin parallel to the floor, right, left, 3 times. Chin to the chest, chest lifting. Chin towards the right shoulder, center, left shoulder, 3 times. And then come to the middle. Full rotation of the head, as long as your neck is fine. All the way round to the back to the front, 3 times in one direction, keeping the shoulders level, and 3 times in the other direction. And then bring your head up. So like yesterday, we're going to do several lifts of the arms. This is called Urdhva Hastasana when we reach the arms up. Okay, so you're giving yourself more space in the belly, in the waist, in the chest. So we lift up and down. We can do that 12 times. You can also synchronize with the breath. So you use the inhalation to lift up, exhalation to come down. Just start finding out how far you can reach, how far into your body you can feel. And you can play around a little bit with the tempo, with the pace of it. If you want to go a bit quicker, if you're feeling energetic, or a little bit slower. Really open out the elbows, the armpits. And remember that front of the pelvic plate is lifting up as you lift the arms. So you can do 12 of those. And then release. Good, just relax the arms. I'm going to take the belt. Remember, if you don't have the yoga belt, you can use a scarf, no problem. You tie it so that you've got the loop, the width of the shoulders, and you put that around the wrists at the back. You push your wrists into the belt. Roll back the shoulders and extend from the shoulders right towards the wrists. Now we're going to take the arms back a bit, but you might not go very far. This might be enough. Inhale, exhale, arms go back. Inhale, lift at the front, exhale, arms go back. 6. And then you can take the belt off and release. Good. So now we're going with Gardasana arms. So you can lift the arms up. You're going to bring the right elbow over the left elbow. You wind the arms around, really open it out in the back, between the shoulder blades. Point the fingers straight up towards the ceiling, and then maybe you can lift the arms a little bit. So really undo the shoulders there at the back. Take a few breaths. Remember, all of this can be done sitting down, no problem. Other side, so you're taking your left arm over, fold the arms and lift up. Take a few breaths. And then release the arms. Good. Okay, so we're going to take that blanket off the chair because we're going to stand with one foot on the chair. Okay, so a little bit like how we did the rotations when you were kneeling. Okay, to start with now, you're just going to make a little bit of a rotation with that knee. In one direction, you do 6. Just to start getting into that hip groin area. It's going to be very tight still, probably for many of you. And then the other direction. Trying to keep the pelvis parallel with the floor. Okay, and then step the foot down. Even through both feet. And then you shift the weight and you bring the left leg up. 1, 2. Really like you're trying to trace a circle. And then the other way. Good. And then foot down. So now we're going to go back up with the right foot. We're going to lift the left arm up and turn to the right. So you bring the left hand, over the right knee. Now you're not trying to do a big twist. It's much more like just a kind of turning to the side action so that you can lengthen in the waist and start to open out that left side of the back. Now turn your right shoulder back. And then release, foot down, other side. So you're lifting the right arm, take the hand down, you press with the knee to the hand to the knee, not to let the pelvis drop forwards. Remember, we were talking about the bowl of water. So pick up the front of the pelvis and just turn to the side. So you're turning to face that left knee. A few breaths like that. And then release and bring the foot down. Now you turn sideways, okay? So your left foot can be in line with the chair leg this side, and then the right foot can be towards this edge of the chair seat. So there's a gap between the legs this way. The feet are on a diagonal, okay? This left leg stands straight up. This right leg forms a right angle. And extend the arms out. Extend the arms out, rotate the arms so the palms face up, lift the arms, reach up, reach up, reach up, very long in the waist. And then down with the arms and change sides. So very carefully, slowly going with the legs, turn out, you step the foot up. Remember that action with the pelvis, the buttocks descend at the back, the pelvic plate lifts at the front. Feel that this left knee now is rolling out. Extend the arms. And then lift the arms. So your left leg is up on the chair. And then release. Okay, good. Same process with the legs and the feet. Your right leg comes up. Form a right angle with your right leg. Extend the arms out to the side. Now we're going to reach and maybe just use the forearm to keep that knee back and reach up with the left arm, reach up and a little over near your ear. So you're making a long line from your left foot to your left fingers and keeping your chest facing front. Take a couple of breaths. And then release and bring the foot down. Change sides, so you might want to turn around. You're going to have your left leg on the chair. You extend the arms sideways. Turn the palms to face up. Bring the forearm of the left to the left knee. Move the knee back, but move the buttocks forwards. Lift the right arm up and a little over near the ear. Now press the outside edge of your right foot into the floor and reach right through the tips of the right fingers. So you're extending, giving that right side a really long extension, a lot of space. And then come out and bring the feet together. Bring the feet down, keep the feet apart, sorry. So we're going to go, remember we did yesterday almost like a press up near the wall, okay, but standing up, yeah. So the wall can be there and we push ourselves away and then come back towards it, okay? So I'm going to do here. So just have the hands at shoulder height and do 12. Don't have to be on your tiptoes, just be on your feet, flat feet. And be really clear about when your arms are straightening, when your arms are bending. You can synchronize with the breath, maybe exhaling to go near the wall and inhaling to come away from the wall. Count to 12. And it's the same idea, buttocks down at the back, pubic plate lifting at the front. And then you can release the arms. So we're going to kneel down again now before we finally lie down. So kneeling, I've got the chair there because I'm going to use it in a minute, but you don't need it right away. If you need a blanket, you put it underneath, that's fine. You're going to take the right foot forwards like this. So you're making a right angle with the right leg. With your hands on your hips, you're going to use your thumbs again to draw down at the back. Pelvis lifts at the front. Then you lift the arms up, palms facing each other. Now, if the neck is fine and you feel like it, you can also lift the chest and look up. That's it. Look forwards, arms down, hands on the hips, and change sides. So carefully take the left foot forwards, create a right angle in the left leg, draw down with the buttocks at the back, lift with the pelvis at the front, lift the arms up, look up, let the face rest back. And then look forwards, bring the arms down, hands on your hips. Good. Now we're going to have the chair to our right hand side. We're still kneeling. Chair is on the right hand side. And you're going to take your right leg out again. So this is a little bit like how when we were standing and we had the foot on the chair. Now we're kneeling and we have the foot on the floor, but the chair is there. The chair is going to be there for the hand. So you're going to reach like this And then you reach over to the right, you bring the hand on the chair and you bring the left arm up. So it's a little bit like what we did standing, but we're kneeling. Yeah. And you can use that right hand on the chair to lift and turn the chest to the front. Again, you can have a diagonal between this knee and this foot. Okay, let's change sides. So your left foot is a little in front now of your right knee. Your chair is on your left. You extend the arms sideways in line with the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, reach down to the left. Bring the right arm over. Hips face front. Take a few breaths. And then come out. Okay, good. So either you can repeat that, or if everything feels fine and you want to try it, you can go with this leg straight. So you can start in the same way, and then you can try extending that leg under the chair. If you've got a chair with a bar on it, you can even just press that foot on the back of the chair, but any chair is doing fine, like a dining chair, whatever. If this feels like it's too strong for the hip, you just keep that knee bent, okay? So then it's the same process. We face the front, we extend the arms, and then we reach to the right. The right hand comes on the chair, left arm lifts up and comes over. Good. Now, buttocks down at the back, pubic plate lifting at the front. Open the chest. If you want to turn the head, you can and look up. Take a couple of breaths. And then come out. This is called a Parigasana, gate pose. Turn around. So either you're keeping the left leg bent or you extend it out. Arms in line with the shoulders. Reach to the left. Hand comes on the chair. Right arm lifts up and extends over. Try to keep your left side as long as your right side. So not to crunch the left side of the waist as you reach. Turn the chest towards the ceiling, turn the head if the neck is fine, and look up. And then come out and bring the knees together. Good. Okay. So you might need to watch for this next bit. You're going to take your belt again. You might need to watch before you do it just so you can see, because you're going to be lying down. You're going to have your belt or your scarf or whatever you have. Okay. So carefully, you're lying down on your back and you're going to take this belt. Now you're not going to want to bend your knee right towards your chest, right? Okay. So you take that belt, you hook it around the leg, and then you stretch that leg up to wherever it feels comfortable. Okay. This left foot is pressing into the floor. And by pressing that left foot into the floor, you can really take your lower back down. So it's right back to the same action. Pelvic plate going towards the navel at the front, buttocks towards the feet at the back. And you can really let that leg kind of press back. You're definitely not trying to bring it over your face. The closest you could come is like 90 degrees, but I'd suggest you leave even a little bit more space there. And just really open out the back of the leg, roll back the shoulders. Okay, and then we change sides. So hook the belt around the left heel and extend the left leg up. Press that left thigh back towards the belt, towards the back of the leg. And then release. Okay, good. So what we're going to do now, just before we go for Shavasana, which is always our final pose, we're going to lift the arms overhead with an inhalation and then bring them back over with an exhalation and rest them down. So we'll do it 6 times. What we'll do as well is we're going to turn the pelvis. So you're taking the lower back into the floor as you take the arms over. Okay, so it's that same lifting of the pelvic plate at the front, buttocks to go towards the feet, lower back goes towards the floor. Okay, so let's do 6 together. Inhale. So the arms go over, but there's also that pressing of the feet into the floor to take the lower back down. Exhale, that's 1. Inhale. 2. Remember to release completely each time. 3. 4. 5. 6. Lower back going down. And then release the arms completely. So we're going to lie down for Shavasana like we did at the beginning. So remember to turn to your side to come up. You can take those pillows again, or the bolster. You can do this lying in your bed, no problem, because you might want to go to sleep afterwards. So remember, when you're using these bolsters or pillows, you can have them so that they're just supporting the lower back. But if it's a bit crunchy in your lower back, you give a bit more space, so you sit further away from them. Then you've got something for your head just to support the back of the neck, back of the head. Release the arms, release the legs. Well done. That was quite a lot for day 7, so just gradually opening out the body, finding out what's possible. And now you rest completely. Remember, sleep and rest are your greatest friends for recovery. So just let yourself go. Release the weight of the legs, the weight of the arms. Let your inhalation and exhalation flow smoothly through your nose. Your exhalation spreading through every cell of the body as if the exhalation touches every cell and dissolves any kind of grip or tightness or tension that remains. So a complete surrender with the exhalation. So I'll just let you continue with that for as long as you like. If it turns into a sleep, that's absolutely fine. And I'll see you for the next episode for week 2.